On today's episode of Euro Truck Simulator 2, join me as we cruise Iberia in the new Renault T-High Evolution. Let's go ahead, roll that intro, and hit the road. Alright, haulers. Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2. We are here in Iberia. We are in the Renault T-High, which you will get some looks at while we drive. We're currently on the inside for me, so just taking a look around. We have the the exclusive on here on the interior, which has like the carbon fiber type of interior instead of the red. We are in the Renault red paint that came with it. I was hoping to kind of do like a Renault yellow, like their F1 team, but apparently they decided they weren't going to release that color for it, and since the seatbelts were already red, I decided to match it. So, yeah, without further ado, we have to go pick up our load, so let's get on the road here, start the truck up. Alright, we will put it in gear, parking brake off, and let's get rolling. Now, we are going to pick up 20 tons of mozzarella heading from Algeciras, I'm not sure how to say it, so you'll have to forgive me. I'm not familiar with Spain, to be honest, which is where we are. I'm also on the new wheel, I think, in ETS2 for the first time, so getting a handle on how everything operates is going to take some time. So bear with me. Get out here on the road without killing anybody. We are hauling the chrome cool liner. That's what we're going to be pulling today to go grab the refrigerated load of mozzarella. At least I assume it's refrigerated. I don't know. If anyone does know how that's hauled, let me know. I imagine it would be, seeing as it's dairy. But you never know. I mean, the cheese in Europe is a whole different thing with like the cheese wheels and stuff. But yeah, so a lot of fresh stuff today that we're driving through and driving in. So obviously the Renault T-High, which was recently released, which was released I think the same day as the real truck, which is pretty damn cool. So shouts to Renault for that. I'm actually a little bit of a Renault fan. In Formula 1 I supported Renault for a long time. Obviously they haven't had the greatest few years, but Renault is definitely a company that I like looking at. I honestly think they knocked it out of the park with this truck, at least in terms of the looks of it. I think this truck looks really damn good compared to the other offerings in this simulator so far. But if you knew me, you would know that in my career mode, the Renault trucks were what I used for all of my other drivers, and then I usually drove the Scanias. But it's definitely a cool truck. Interesting sounds. I actually had to turn it way up because it is super quiet. So there is that. Seems like all the trucks are getting quieter and quieter nowadays, but well, you also might know too, or you might see that the way I'm looking at things is different. My field of view is a little bit different than usual. To be honest, I actually forgot to set it, but at the same time I wanted to try something different today, since obviously now that I have track IR, I can actually look around. So instead of having everything set to be able to see it without having to look around, I have it set so that I can. I'm gonna caught. Probably don't want to tailgate him. Probably wouldn't be the brightest idea. Let's see if we can get over here. But yeah, how you guys doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I have been kind of off and on with YouTube. If you're worried about that, pretty much what's happening is I'm trying to build up a little bit of a backlog. So I'm trying to slam out a ton of recording for things that aren't really time sensitive. So like this, I would have preferred to put out a video on Iberia the day of or day after, because I like being able to get into those right off the bat. Like, it's really cool to be, you know, I mean, one, obviously it's a good idea to post something like that, but at the same time, I get to experience those things right off the bat, right after release. Oh, we have some sort of toll. I gotta remember my brakes are way more sensitive. We'll sit at the line and wait here for a minute or two, because I don't know whether I'm supposed to keep going or not. This is interesting. Wonder if I'm gonna have to pay. I assume I am. Nope, just a stop and go. Interesting. I wonder what that's about. Like, I wonder why they do that. Yeah, I don't know. If anyone knows why they do that, let me know. But, yeah, in terms of content, I'm trying to build up a little bit of a backlog, recording things that I can kind of in the meantime so that I can at least post 3 days a week going forward without missing days. I've had a lot of issues lately where stuff keeps coming up. Like, I'll have a day that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and then suddenly my entire day's schedule changes. I mean, today is, like, kinda one of those days where literally just a couple of days ago I realized, oh, okay, so today I'm doing the recording in the morning for today's episode, and then I'm gonna record in the I'm gonna edit and post that, and then I'm gonna be, you know, recording with the guys, because we're trying to record together a bunch of stuff, and then I've got practice for the endurance racing team and all this and that. So my schedule just keeps changing so fast. And today I was supposed to edit and post this same day, but it turns out that the guys happen to be free all day. So it's like, all right, well, let's jump in and record now while we have the opportunity. And part of that comes from, too, it would have been less of an issue earlier, but one of the guys kind of had a rough day and wasn't able to make it to one of the recording sessions, so we got kind of screwed a little bit. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this. I think I was supposed to be in the right lane. My bad, bro. This is what happens when you let an American loose in Spain. Who thought that was a good idea? I gotta remember that European roundabouts are different than what I'm used to. A lot of the ones here in the US, you get in a lane and follow it all the way through. So, I'm not used to having to switch lanes between while we're doing this. But it looks like we're jumping on the ferry, so let's go. Oh, actually, wait a minute. Is this a ferry? I think this actually might be where we're picking up. Let's find out. I lied. That was, in fact, not the ferry. We are at our pickup spot. I'm actually going to back in using my left side, so I'm going to spin around here. Been a while since I've backed one of these trucks, so we'll see how that goes. See if I can do it okay. Get us there in one piece. Oh, I keep hitting my thing. Alright, here goes nothing. Throw it in reverse. I am quiet because obviously I'm trying to concentrate. Hey, that's not bad. Alright, let's go ahead and load up. Alright, and we are all loaded up and ready to go. Normally, I would have the UI off, but I may or may not have also forgotten to turn it off today. I don't know where the in-game settings for it are. I normally use a mod that turns that stuff off, so... Oh well, we'll just deal with it today. Kind of go back to good old stock ETS2. Been a while since I've done that. It's almost always modded now. But speaking of that, one of the things that I usually mod is the environment, and it looks amazing now without having to do that. SCS did a whole overhaul of the lighting system, which I'm not 100% pleased with, I will say that. I am 95% pleased with. I feel like the lights need a little bit of adjusting on the trucks and stuff. I feel like they're a little bit too, I don't know how to word it, not bloomy, but... I feel like the lights look more like a PNG now than ever before, if that makes sense. Like, it looks like they just overlay a PNG. So, I don't know. Maybe I just haven't spent enough time in it. Maybe I gotta get used to it. It definitely looks good. And I definitely like it. But I feel like there's little tweaks here and there that could be done. Obviously, that's kind of how everything is. Everything can be made a little bit better. But yeah. So, I talked at the beginning, too, with this this truck. I wanted to do yellow like the Renault team. Not... I feel like I said that weird, so I have to, like, correct myself. Also, don't hit the wall. Oh, you know what? I also put my turn signal on too early. Again, who thought it'd be a good idea to let me loose in Iberia? Watch the wall there, that was close. Alright, back to the F1 stuff. I wish they would put out a Formula 1 paint job pack. Because I'm fairly certain the current Formula 1 teams all use trucks. Like, obviously, Renault uses Renault trucks, Mercedes uses the Mercedes trucks. And oh, it was just a flashing light. I got scared. I guess we still have to stop going the other way. Whoa, brakes. Slow right the heck down. Stop and go. I think they could make a pack of all the current F1 teams. The only thing with that is it'd have to be like Formula 1 2021 season teams or something like that. Because obviously they change constantly. I mean, now we have what, Aston Martin and stuff like that. Haas has been completely overhauled and is completely different. Not gonna lie, I feel like a lot of the paint jobs this year are not great on the F1 cars. Like, do any of you guys watch F1 and feel the same way? Like, I feel like, I mean, Ferrari is out of their minds. I don't know what they were doing, but yeah, we'll have to see. But yeah, speaking of that too, any of you guys watched the Formula 1 Drive to Survive series? Watched season 3 a while back. Spent the whole day binge watching it with my future wifey, so I'm gonna call her my fiance, which was a lot of fun. Definitely enjoy that series. Like, the thing is I already know a lot of what happens because I follow the series. I follow the actual racing series. So like Romain Grosjean. Jesus, I can't speak. I'm driving through Spain, trying to speak trying to, you know what? Trying to just English. I'm not doing great. Yeah, we'll my brain has just turned off. This is why I shouldn't this is why I shouldn't be doing this. Also, I am speeding by a lot. You guys will have to mind that. I'm not really gonna pay super close attention to the speed limits. I try to drive realistically. This is gonna be more of a loose episode. Going forward, I might be a little more strict with it. I know I've had some people talking like, oh, you don't check your mirrors a lot on the right side. Like right now, it's like, dude, the right side's a shoulder. Like, why would I? Like, if I'm coming up to here, maybe. Oh. Things like that, like watching my speed or whatever. I've had a lot of people ask for more outside views, so I'm really trying to do more of that. But you know what? I drive how I'm gonna drive. That's that. And I honestly, I feel like I can say with confidence, I still drive. Oh. Right into a fire truck. Woo. Son of a. Like I was just talking about how I drive and then I got into an accident because I couldn't see this guy. Are you going or what, bro? I can't move until you go. Oh, he backed up. Oh, he's waiting for me. Jesus. What a mess. That could have been really bad. That's what I get for bragging about my driving skills. I was gonna say, I feel like I drive better than 90% of the people that play on this game, but karma just hit me like a fire truck, ironically. So, there you have it. And now we've been rerouted. I don't know how far that's going to be, but there is a slight chance that we do a little bit of a time lapse towards the end of this like I used to do to kind of get there in the half an hour time slot, because I like doing these half an hour long even if I have to take a little bit longer to drive. If you guys want to see longer episodes, let me know. But right now I'm going to stick with the half hour. Go ahead and turn our lights on. Actually, they were on. I'm just numb. Can't even tell they're on. Wow, look at that sun. Probably shouldn't be. Holy, have a train. What is it with the train sounds in this game? Why are they so loud? But, yeah. that sun. Probably shouldn't be staring right into it while I'm driving. That says a lot. But yeah, so F1 paint jobs pack would be really cool. Definitely would like to see that sometime. I mean, I'm surprised Renault hasn't released or like worked with SES to do that. It feels like there are two companies right now, Renault and Western Star, that are like top of the game in terms of working with SES kind of on sim community stuff. So, I mean, they released the next Western Star, they released the T-High. It's definitely interesting. I feel like these companies really ought to start doing more to work with SES and get these trucks out there, because it's a huge marketing thing. I mean, think about it. People from all over flooding their Twitter with pictures of the truck, even though it's virtual, still gonna spread the word about it. We'll move over here in the off chance that this fire truck's gonna slow down. Well, I say slow down. Follow the speed limit. Because apparently I'm just gonna cruise this one out. It's weird how different European fire trucks are to American ones. Like they're a whole different setup. They are a lot smaller, it feels like. But I obviously haven't seen one in real life before, so I'd have to check that out. There's a cool video online of a French fire truck that's actually like an American model. And it actually turns out, so there are places in, I want to say, well, in Mexico at least. I don't know about Spain. But there are places over here that use American-built fire trucks, which is really cool to see them, like, on European roads or on, like, Spanish roads or whatever. Not common, but definitely a thing. Try and move over here. Make sure this guy's not going to come back in my lane at the same time. And the load that we are hauling obviously contributes towards the current ongoing World of Trucks event. So SCS right now has the Cruising Iberia event, which I definitely intend to stream driving for. I definitely want to explore Iberia. It looks really, really good. I want to say this. I feel like, and I say this a lot, I think, SCS, every time they come out with a state or a region or a country or whatever you want to call it, every time they come out with something new, it looks amazing and almost better than the other ones they have out. I feel like SCS keeps shooting themselves in the foot a little bit because they put out DLCs like this that look almost better than other regions. I mean, look at the US. They put out New Mexico. They put out, oh, slowing down. They put out some of those newer areas. And you look at that compared to what California used to be, or like look at what Vegas used to be before they did the rework, and it makes you like wish that there was a little more to, I also slowed down too much, there was a little more to those states. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a win and a loss for SCS that they put out something amazing and then shoot themselves in the foot because it's better than before. It's cool to see them learning and doing new things in new areas, but it's just kind of that funny little, like, that's what happens is every time you up yourself, is that the right term? Every time you, like, beat yourself at your own game, you, like, I feel like you almost discredit yourself on accident a little bit, if that makes any sort of sense. Like, making something better and better and better, and then the things before it start to look like crap, and you're like, oh, great. I mean, I definitely feel like that with my older videos. I mean, even right now, I feel like I'm in a little bit of a lull. I've been talking with people about it. Like, my videos pretty much in early 2019 to kind of mid-2019 were definitely... I was more happy and more upbeat than I am now. My voice was also different, but to be honest, like, I may have genuinely hit late puberty. I mean, with all the voice cracks and everything, who knows? But people were talking about that. But if you go back, go and watch the first ever ETS2 episode, which is Longhauler GMG in an HGV, which is a reference to Luke C. And I'm completely just like, I'm full Eeyore mode, like, dead, just... It was not good compared to now, and it feels to me now like all my old videos are just crap. Like, I'm proud of my current ones, and I have a lot of new stuff coming to update. And I will say this too, so let's talk about content again. part of why I've been away with the backlog is that I am working on things I've never done before. A lot of you guys might know from previous videos or previous talking that I've been struggling to find the direction that I want to go in with my content. I feel like I've become too stuck in a direction I'm not fully happy with, in that... Also, I keep saying so I need to figure out how to not say that so much. But I feel like I got kind of stuck in a direction that I'm not really happy with. Like, my content is me, but a lot of people reference people like Jeff Favignano, Bugs, or them. I mean, I've had people ask me, like, oh, can you do GTA with, like, Bugs and Jeff? It's like, I don't know them, first of all. Like, I mean, that would be amazing, but it's never gonna happen. Unless some miracle happens. Like, I don't really do GTA much, although, hint hint, that might be changing. But at the same time, like, those people are on another level, and I've said it before, if one of them came to me right now and said, hey, we want to record with you, I would say no. I'm not going to grow based on someone else's success. I'm not going to grow off the back of somebody else. I'm not about that life. I want to build my own thing. I've talked about it before. People have saying, oh, you should join OCRP. That's why I have not, because my content I want to grow naturally and not through just being a part of something. But, like, with all that stuff, I don't want to be Jeff. I don't want to be Bugs. Obviously, they're creators just like me. They're people just like me. I do look up to both of them as people that got me through tough times. Like, their content got me through tough times and helped to inspire me to create content. But I don't want to be them. I don't want to be a copy of them. I want to be me. Like, there's hints of them in my content because, obviously, like, I've spent, I mean, years and years, like 10 years plus, watching their content. And, I mean, depending on, you know, which one of them. But so long that there's gonna be some influence. And I also happen to play a lot of the same games because that's just what I was into. I mean, that's how I stumbled across a couple of them. But like I said, I don't want to be them. I don't want to copy them. So I'm trying to make my content more me. The first step of that was the cinematic intros. So me is cinematics. I love production. I love film. I love things like that. And I'm not your typical film, like, nerd or junkie or whatever you want to call it. Like, you're not going to see me, like, talking about these random films from, like, the 1900s or whatever. Like, I don't know about that stuff. I like video game stuff. So, if you've ever heard of FSX films or things like that, where it's pretty much just a music video with, you know, something in it. So I made my Outcast video, if you want to go check that out, over on the Hollage Studios channel. And that's pretty much just a little cinematic film type video of race cars racing around. Like, it's meant to tell a little bit of a story. Like, there is a little bit of a storyline to it. Oh, crap. Oh no! I hit the wall. Well, excuse me. I don't think I have ever crashed like that before, so rip. I actually just scraped the truck. I am ashamed of myself. I don't know if I've ever done something like that before. We've had a few close calls. I know we had one where a car came over and we got sandwiched between them and a guardrail. Let's just... Can we forget that ever happened? Just keep that between us. Shh. But back to what I was trying to say. That sort of thing is me. And I want to do more to combine that with my Let's Play content. And I want to do stuff that people have never done before. Or if I'm doing stuff that people have done before, I want to make it my own. I want to do things in that people haven't seen. So there is going to be a lot of changes coming to my channel. It's still going to be the same content that we had before. So it's still going to be just like this. Like, there's going to be the trucking talks. I am still working on Farm Sim coming back. Got a ton done with that. I am working on an upcoming Flight Sim series, which I'm saying that I'm working on it, but I'm not going to talk about what's going to be in it. But that is going to be like nothing I have done before on this channel. And the Farm Sim series is not going to be anything like what it was, outside of the fact that it will still be roleplay and it will still be the same farm. Unless something happens and I can't get it working. So keep an eye out for that stuff. Wreckfest also. Wreckfest is going to be coming to an end here pretty soon. We are getting to a point now where we're starting to run to the end of the championship. We are in World Masters, I think, which is the final championship for Wreckfest, so there might be only 5 or so episodes left, so I would like to keep racing on the channel. If there is a game that's a racing game like Wreckfest that you would like to see me either do the campaign on or something like that, let me know in the comments. As of right now, I'm not sure. We might go back and do some of the races or demo derbies we didn't do on the way through, but chances are I'll probably just do a lot of that on stream. We are going to try and 100% the game on stream, so getting all stars and all of that stuff. And then beyond that as well, I am still going to be doing Wreckfest content. I still want to cover the tournaments and things like that, so there will still be plenty of Wreckfest content coming your way. As for other things, still working it out. It's going to be a little bit off and on for probably another week or 2 as we get stuff put together. But hopefully for right now, we'll go to 3 videos a week. And then within a month or 2, I'm trying to set a goal of hitting 5 videos a week. I've talked about that for a long time. That has been kind of my end game goal for this for a long time. But obviously with having to pretty much move and relocate my entire life, that kind of got set to the back burner, and then the last few months have been extremely tough for getting things done, so we'll see. Try and not get killed here. Come out here. Man, this looks so good. Oh no. Remember what I just said about the voice cracks and hitting puberty late? There it was, right there. You've just witnessed it. Oh, tell me it's not a roundabout down there, it's just an intersection. See how, like, it looks like the lights are way more, like, what's the word? It's like when people have, like, the astigmatism? Something like that? It is a roundabout, so we're gonna move over here. I don't know. I feel like the street lights look good, but I feel like the vehicle lights and the stop lights and stuff are rough. I don't know. It's weird. I feel like there's a little bit of tweaking that needs to happen, but it'll get there when it gets there. I am definitely happy with it now. This is a heck of a mood. It literally looks like it's got a LUT over it, or like a tint. It's insane. Alright, where are we going here? Are we going ExoMar? I think we're going ExoMar. Let's go ahead and turn in here. Where are we dropping? There we're dropping. Try and, well, do I want to blind back? No. We'll come around the other side. I'd rather back in on the side I can actually see out of. You gotta remember too, the swing on the trailer, how far it swings out. That's the one thing about European trailers that get me all the time. I actually may or may not have caught the front of the trailer on the garage we were parked in when I started recording, but we're not gonna worry about that. Alright, put it in reverse. Straighten out a little bit. Come on. There we go. Look at that. That was not bad. Driving with this wheel is awesome. I love this new wheel. Alright, let's go ahead and let's offload. Well guys, that is going to be the end of our day and our trip. Thank you as always for chilling with me on my drive. And for all the support on the channel. We are working on getting some better stuff out to you, I can assure you. If you do like what you see on the channel already, do consider subscribing. If you like this video, do consider leaving a like. And I will see you guys on our next road trip. Peace.